Alrighty, so I'm back here and I've edited out all of this thing, and so I took it down from I started out with 49 minutes or something like that, 40 something minutes, and whittled it down to edit it down to 34 minutes. A little bit long. Probably if I needed to, I could probably cut out another minute or two, but I'm not going to do that because sometimes done is better than perfect. And so let me show you what I do next. So if you notice, which I did not explain to you last time, is that right here, if you want to add some subliminal messaging, one of the ways of doing it is at the very tail end of your audio is to record your subliminal messaging or your subliminal suggestions. I had forgotten to actually do that, and so what I did is I went in behind here and I just recorded with my other mic, that blue snowball mic, some suggestions right here. And so basically it's just what it came out of my hypnosis script. So junk food and sweets are boring to your mind, right? So those are my suggestions. I prefer natural, healthy foods. Okay, so so I'm going to put these in here on the background for my subliminal messaging. But before I do that, I always like to add some music first before the actual subliminal, because what will happen is you'll start getting, and you'll see that here in a minute, you'll start getting like lots of tracks down here, and it's kind of confusing of where things are and what's what. So I have some pre-made that I made some binaural meditation or binaural music, and one of the big questions I'm sure that you're going to ask is, where do I get my music? So let me show you what I use. I use Storyblocks, and so they have video and audio. I pay $19 a month, and I get 5 downloads of royalty-free music. And then there's additional charge if you want some audio, some video background. You will see some of that on my stuff, which I get from here. The good thing about Storyblocks is that if you download their music, and you can connect this to your YouTube site, so you don't get dinged by YouTube as taking someone else's music, and that will happen, and that's very common. So you can link up your YouTube account with your Storyblocks. And so let me show you how I download. Again, it's $19 a month for 5 downloads. So basically you can go like meditation, or you do spa, SPA, is a good one as well. So let's just put in spa music audio, search for that, and it'll bring up spa music. And so I don't know if you can hear it or not, turn it up a bit. And then you just go in and listen to it. And if you like it, you can download it. So let's just kind of... Oops, it's a bit loud. And what I like to do is you'll find some music in here. And some of it is very short, but I try to find as long as the longer, like 6 minutes, 7 minutes is longer, because what you'll end up doing, especially with a longer MP3 audios, you'll start connecting or looping these together, so you have one big long one. So if you see something for like here, I wouldn't get that because of editing things. You'd have to make this into like a long audio, and so I grab something. So again, like 9 minutes would be a great one. Let's kind of hear what it does. And then I just go through and kind of listen to pieces of it. It's okay. It's okay. One kind of boring. Let's see here. And again, it was... Okay. So again, without going too deep, look over it, into a very long search for audios, you can do this. I can spend hours just looking at and listening to different audio. So let's go back here to Reaper. Let's stop everything here. Where did it go? Here, let's stop that. All right. So let's go back here. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to upload some music here real quick. But first of all, I kind of like to listen to it. And again, everything that I've done here is binaural beats, and I'll show you a different type, or I'll show you how to actually make binaural beats. It's a bit longer, and that will be a different video. And so I make my audios for about an hour long, just in case. So I can always trim them down because I want to make sure that if I do like a longer video, like a longer audio MP3, I have enough space there. So I just do it for like an hour long. Let's just listen to this and see what that's like. And what I'm listening for is does it kind of fit the mood of my hypnosis? And so I kind of want something a little bit maybe more upbeat. Nope, I don't like that. Let's see, yoga. Not loving it. Dreamweaver. Let's try Dreamweaver. Yep. Okay, so let's use Dreamweaver. Let's slide this out of the way. I like Dreamweaver, so we're gonna go here, insert a new track, and then on this track we're going to insert a media file, and then what do we Dreamweaver, open here, insert that. Let that build real quick. All right, so that's built, and let's kind of take a look at what happened. I think it put it at the very end. Nope, it didn't. It just didn't do it all the way. So I'm gonna slide that over to the very, very beginning. And so what I do here is we're going to mute this so I can do some editing here and it doesn't do on that line. So I kind of like to take a little. Give it a little bit. So it's about 34 minutes long here. So I like to give a little bit of extra time on the very tail end of music, because the person's coming out of the trance state or the meditative state, and it gives them a chance to kind of get back inside their body, but they're still listening to the actual music. So about a minute. Let's go about right there. So I'm gonna split that and delete that. And again, this is why it's nice to have like an hour long or like a 45-minute long. So like now I can kind of go in and I can have extra space. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna fade it out because it's coming back into their body here on the front end, and then up here as well. We're gonna get here. I'm gonna fade it in. I'm gonna unmute this real quick so we can listen to it and listen to the fade. All right, play there. Welcome to Turning Point's Hypnosis Center Busting Suites MP3 audio.
Listen to this while driving or using machinery.
A little bit more fade.
Only listen to this when you're safe and relaxed.
Go back here. Oops. Go back here and replay it again. Oops. Dang it. All right. There.
Welcome to Turning Point's Hypnosis Center Busting Suites MP3 audio. Do not listen to this while driving or using machinery. Only listen to this when you're in a safe and relaxing place. During this experience, it's better to be sitting down.
So I like to have my music fade in because louder after I've given them the instructions that they can, if in case emergency were to occur, they'd still be aware because I want to make sure that they hear that. So let's go on here.
Laying down in a comfortable place where you can ignore the outside world. But if an emergency were to occur, you'd still be able to get up and be fully aware. It's usually helpful to close your eyes.
Okay.
Alert. But for now, allow your eyes to close and just let go.
Yep. So that's a good
Now,
so that's a
you're
good
listening
spot
to
right
this
there.
movie.
So if you listen to my voice, what I'm saying, if you can, we can turn that music down a little bit. So if you notice it's fading in, and you kind of want it to become louder, especially with hypnosis as they're closing their eyes and they're getting settled in.
Today, and this is your chance to take a break and relax. And relax. The few things that we can do by doing nothing at all. Make yourself comfortable now. Rest assured, if you need to awaken, you will awaken, be fully alert. But for now, allow your eyes to close and just let go.
See how it kind of fades in there
Now,
nicely?
you're listening to this for a reason. As you hear my words, you'll become more aware of certain sensations as you allow yourself to relax deeply now. As you feel more comfortable, more confident, and more in control of your life. And at the end of this process, you will awaken refreshed and energized, with a sense of inner calm and refreshment.
All
Now,
right,
get
so
comfortable.
So right now I'm just checking the volume of the music. It sounds pretty good. Not too bad. And so now what I'm going to do is we're going to go in and I'm going to start putting in the subliminal messaging. So insert track, insert new track. And so here's where it gets kind of like you start getting like a lot of tracks, and I'll probably end up with this maybe 12, 13. So now I have 1, 2. At some point, I might as well just insert some more tracks because probably going to end up with, I start out with 6, but sometimes it can be anywhere from 12 to a lot. Alrighty, so I'm going to close that here, and I'm going to slide, grab that subliminal messaging, and I'm going to grab it, I'm going to drag it, or actually, I don't know if I can cut. Let's see here. Boop, boop, not just drag it. Let's make it easy. Might as well make it easy, right? Oops. And let's see, where are we? 25 minutes in. So I'm going to take this. And with your subliminal messaging, you want to sprinkle it throughout. You don't want to do it too many places because it can become distracting, which is good. That's part of it. So let's see where I am on
Soon, we're going to increase your experience of this deep relaxation.
Okay, so we're still in the induction phase, or they're still going down into the trance stage or relaxing. So let's kind of move it back here.
Or your body may be very heavy, pressing into the surface.
Yep, so still there. So I'm going to get in here into the suggestions. Let's see.
If we're helping you when you were bored or stressed.
Okay. So just so you know, when I was editing, when I did the editing part, how I was doing the editing again, looking at where I was snapping and cutting and those pauses, it only took me about 17 to 18 minutes to actually edit this whole thing. Again, putting in the music if it's pre-made, super fast, and then it took me maybe 10 minutes tops on the subliminal messaging. So let's kind of start adding that.
Now,
junk food and sweets. Okay, so which one is that? So it's on channel 3. We want to turn it down. The volume of channel 3. Let's play it again.
Now you ask your mind. Okay. Now you ask your mind.
When it comes to subliminal messaging, it needs to be in the background. It should be so the person can barely hear it. And that's how you do it.
Now you ask your mind to realize that you need faster.
So that's, and it says junk. So let me mute all this so you can hear what I'm actually saying. Junk food and sweets are boring to your mind. Okay, so that's the messaging right there. Let's unmute this. Okay, so when it comes to subliminal messaging, I like to have it in one ear and then the other ear. So I do it double. You can do it or you can do it one at a time. You can use the same method if you want to insert certain music into one ear and then the other ear. So with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, copy items, and I'm going to insert it, track 4. I'm actually going to paste it right there. It's easier that way. And then I'm going to slide it right here. And this is why you end up with so many different tracks. So I'm going to put it right here. So I'm on this one right here. So what you want to do is to make it go left to right. So I always start, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll just go left. So this is going to go all the way on the left side. And then this one is going to go in the right ear. So we pan 100% to the right and then 100% on the left. And I'll mute these again so that you can hear it. Let me turn this up a little bit too, so you can hear what I'm saying. And then what I do is, so this is track 4. Track 4 here, I put the volume. Where's the volume here? 25, and I bring down the volume. Is that right? To 20, as close as possible to the same. Come on, get there. 24, 26. That's fine. So listen to it. Oops, sorry about that. Let me play that again. So if you know, I'll just turn the volume. That'll make it easier here for you. So if you notice, it's going to be one side or the other side. Junk food and sweets are boring to your mind. Junk food and sweets are boring to your mind. Okay, so that was left side and right side. So you're going to take that, and then again, I think it was 25. Was about right. We'll do 26, 25. See if we get that to 25. Come on. There you go. All right. So I'll play it one more time. Junk food and sweets are boring to your mind. Junk food and sweets are boring to your mind. Okay. So gonna stop that there, and then I'm gonna unmute this, and then again I check the volume. Just to see how it sounds when at this phase.
Or you entertained yourself by eating. Now you ask your mind to realize that you need faster, newer, and better ways to deal with boredom.
Okay, so that sounds about right. So we barely hear it. It's in the background. It's not intrusive. And then so let's go grab another one. So go back over here. Go here, let's go grab another one. What does this one say? I don't know. I prefer natural, healthy foods. Okay, so I prefer natural, healthy foods, which is a good one. So I'm going to cut items. Let's see if I can get it here. In track 5. So here's my other ones. So here's the other ones, and let's just place it here and see if that works that way. Yep, there we go. And
bad feelings now increase.
I prefer natural. Sorry if that blew out your ears. I apologize. So I'm on track 5. So I'm going to bring that down to 25. Seemed to be the right around 25, 24, 26, 25. Come on, 25. All right. And again, I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to paste it right there, and very simple. So this time let's pan right to 100, and then on this one we're going to pan left, and then this is how we do it. I'm going to turn this volume down so you're not blasted. So 25, 5 and 6, turn that back down to 25, 26, come on, get in there. There, okay, so I'm going to play it.
Increase 10 times as strong, and 10 times as strong, and that table of junk food and sweets turns
okay,
black,
so I may,
white, gray.
I may turn those up just a bit.
Increase 10 times as strong, and 10 times as strong, and that table of junk food and sweets turns black, white, gray.
Okay, so one of the things that you want to be aware of as well is when you're putting in your subliminals is, are you stepping over your good suggestions on your main audio? So this right here, I'm having them do something, and I want them to focus on that. So I don't want to step on that sound or on that activity that they're doing. So like I'll come here, find a different home for those.
Of those unpleasant things from your past. They make you feel slow, sluggish, and sloppy. Like all that pain and suffering.
Okay, so right there, I don't want to step on that either. So I'm gonna move it up here, because I want them to really pay attention to what I was saying right there. I'm just going to move it up here.
Food, white flour, comfort foods as boring, black and white. It now becomes gray to you. It becomes such a small matter that it's shrinking down.
Okay, so again, another spot. Because when I do my hypnosis, I do some like NLP, and again, I don't want to step over what I'm doing.
Imagine the hassle that junk food and sweets have caused you.
Okay, so again, we're stepping on some good stuff there. I don't want to step on.
Feeling uncomfortable when you bend over, the tight clothes.
Yeah. See this. So this is one of the challenges of, let's get way over here, of putting in like subliminals, and especially if you do like a lot of hypnosis on your subliminals. If you're doing it just like guided meditation, that's totally different. But make sure
you don't even need to consciously pick them, because you probably didn't consciously pick comfort food either. Because of this new and exciting way.
Okay, so that's a good spot to put it. So we'll leave those there. So this is my process. Instead of having you watch me do every subliminal messages, I'm gonna go ahead and put in my subliminal messages, and then once I'm done with that, I'll come back and show you what's the next step. So hang on 1 second, and I'll be back in just a sec. Alrighty, so now as you can see, I have my subliminal messages in here. This is where I started, and then I sprinkled them throughout. Again, I don't like to put too many throughout. I like to sprinkle them, and again, make sure that you're not walking. Again, if this is for like hypnosis or some meditation, some guided meditation, that you're not stepping over some of your suggestions or your directions in what you do. And so again, it's very simple. So if you notice right here, I copied these and I put them here at the end. I like these, so I put them here, and then with these subliminal messages, I copied them and put them there. And so now we have up here, we have our voice, we have our music, we have our subliminal messaging in, and then we have enough at the tail end to let them to come back into their body. With some music right there, and then let's double check. And also be sure, when you are editing your stuff and getting the volumes for your music and everything, make sure that you're doing it with headphones. You always want to edit the volume of your music with the device in which someone will be listening to, and typically it's going to be either like AirPods or headphones. So I use headphones because it sounds different with the headphones on versus the speakers off my computer. So always be sure when you're doing the volumes is to editing the volume is to edit those with headphones on. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to download this onto our computer. That is the next step. So in this, again, every software is a little bit different. Busting suites. So render file, directory. I'm going to do my desktop, and that's the name of the MP3. And then be sure that you do it in an MP3 right there, and I'm going to render the one file right there, and that's going to take a bit. So I'm going to pause it again, and then I'm going to show you where to actually place your MP3 audio, where to place it so that you can send it to people via email. So let me pause this again, and then I'll be right back. All right, so it's done rendering or exporting. I have it saved onto my desktop, and now let me show you where I put it, so I can give it, the actual the actual link to my patients. So what I do is I do it on my WordPress site, and again, another reason to have a WordPress site. So what you want to do is you go to your media, and it's kind of funny because you can put all of your media in here. And so I want to do add new. Actually, can I just drag it? Yep, I can just drag it right there. All right, so it's done loading, and what you want to do is you want to make sure that you click on it. In this version of WordPress, just go to edit. Here's the URL, and you just copy that, and let's go here and listen to it. And so if you paste that, and here's the URL.
Welcome to Turning Point's hip.
And there it is.
Flowing up through your thighs. Nice. Refreshing. 6 to 8.
Awesome. So what you do is you'll just send this URL via email, or you can go into also bit.ly, bit.ly, bit.ly to actually shorten this link, to make it a shorter link. And I'll show you how to do that in like another video. But again, this bit.ly it's a link URL link shortening program. Or what I do is I just send them the whole thing with this. And one of the advantages of putting this on your website is that it will show that your site has some activity to it. So when someone downloads it or they actually listen to it, it gives your site a little bit of activity. So that's that's the easy way of making an MP3 audio with binaural beats. And like I said before, in another video, I'm going to show you how I do the actual background music with the binaural beats in it. So it's pretty simple to do. Again, do your voiceover, add your background music, your subliminal messaging if you do that, and then download it onto your website, copy the URL, and then send it out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.